What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing today? Scott Jelinek here, and I wanted to do a real short video for you on 3 things that you can learn from the 2007, 2008 crash that you can utilize to make changes in your life and in your business today, dealing with everything that we are dealing with right now on lockdown. I've been in my house for a few weeks already, so we're going to go through 3 things that you can learn. Now, mind you, there are way more than 3 things. And I'll tell you what, I'm blessed to have gotten crushed by the bust in 2007, 2008, because I've already made so many changes that now they're already in place. Changes like I don't carry any debt anymore. Changes like I keep cash. Changes like I have such low overhead that I have nothing to cut. So I've made so many changes from the bust that I'm blessed that I have zero stress going into this right now. However, I know not everybody's in that same position. So I want to go through just a few changes that you can make, that you can implement right now, things that you could have learned from the previous bust to make some changes. So the very first one is to be quick to make changes. This is a lesson I learned the hard way. So, I had a lot of money saved when we went into the bust. The world was crumbling around us, a lot like it is now, although this is not directly real estate related, although it's going to trickle its way down. And I fought the good fight, spending every dollar I had trying to maintain. And although this is not a real estate bust we're in, it's not about real estate at all because of the unemployment, because the whole world is shut down. Everything is going to trickle down to real estate. Tenants aren't going to be paying. People are not going to be able to afford their houses anymore. It is going to trickle down, be it now, next month, 2 months from now. It is going to happen. So be quick to make changes. If you have excessive overhead, don't hesitate. Now is the time to make the cuts. Now, there's all these government programs available. So if you're in a position where you can take advantage of some of those programs, by all means, go for it. You're going to end up paying for them anyway, whether you take advantage of them or not. Remember, the government does not produce any money. Any money that they give out, that they're getting from us in the first place. So yes, you're going to pay for those programs, whether you utilize them or not. So if you qualify for anything, by all means, take advantage of it. If you have excessive overhead, now is a great time to get rid of it. Anything extra that you do not need, get rid of it. Start making your cuts now. Don't wait until the world tells you it's gone. You make the decision and you make the cuts now. It's important that you be proactive and you make the cuts. Don't let the cuts make you. All right. The next thing is, remember, this is going to take time. And a lot of people think that we had the bust in 2007, 2008, and then it was over. If you remember, and if you were even in the industry back then, as I was, so 2007, it really started. Everybody talks about 2008, but it was the second, third month in 2007, stuff started crumbling. And it was bad all the way up until about September of 2008 is when it hit the toilet. So think about that alone is a full year, but that's not the end of it. We were still plummeting till 2012 is when we hit the bottom. So think, it was 2007. It was all the way till 2012 when we hit the bottom. Now, that does not mean we weren't doing deals in 2009, 2010, 2011. Those were some of my best times. I had an unbelievable, great business. But you got to keep in mind, this whole thing takes time. So we don't know when they're going to let us out of our house again. But when they do, it's going to be a long-term effect of when the businesses get reopened until we see exactly what the fallout's going to be on the real estate market. And it may be over in a few months. It may be over in a few years. It may take time. So remember, this is not that once they turn it back on, everything goes back to normal. It is going to take some time. So keep that in mind. Just because we get through April doesn't mean May is going to be great. And you get through May doesn't mean it's going to take some time. It's going to take time even to trickle down to your tenants, who in turn are paying you. So keep that in mind. This is going to be a long-term process. When you're making cuts, something else I didn't mention, if you have any subscription stuff, you can cut anything you can. But one thing I recommend you not to cut is if you're in mastermind groups. Mastermind groups are going to be great for you right now. Other people that are in the same situation have been through this before, which brings me on to my next one. Don't cut your coaching. If you have coaching, don't cut masterminds. Don't cut those type of things. However, cut anything else you have a monthly subscription that's unnecessary or not going to be used right now. Lastly is to make sure you learn from people who have been there before. This is something that I wish I did back in 2007 and 8. During the whole boom, basically, I was doing my own thing and I thought I was the smartest guy in the room, but it wasn't me. It was the economy. Everything you touch turned to gold. but it wasn't that I was so smart. Everything anyone touched turned to gold. So I wish I had listened to older people that have been through it before, because they were doing different things than I was doing. You know, that's what I teach now. That's why I teach debt free. That's why I teach mortgage free. They were doing stuff differently, and I resisted it. I would say, well, they're stupid. I know better than they do. And then when it busted, they were buying all the stuff. And so I'm on that same pattern now, but I was not then. And so I tell you, with that in mind, is to learn from people that have been through this before, because you're not the first person to go through it. And now let me tell you something else about people that have been through this before. Every day, all day long, I see these videos, podcasts, trainings on, you know, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. The reality is, nobody knows. We're all guessing. Nobody knows. This is unprecedented. We've never been through this before. This is completely different than anything we've ever been through before. Normally, we have a bust. It's based on the economy. When we had the real estate bust, it was based on the housing market. This is not based on anything except a virus. So all the fundamentals are still good. So we don't know what the fallout's going to be. We don't know how long the fallout's going to be. Everybody's doing all kinds of podcast trainings, videos, telling you that this is what, and hey, some of them may be right. We don't know. I've done my own predictions of what I think is going to happen, but nobody knows, because this is unprecedented. We've never been through it before. What I do know is the government is throwing any and all resources they have at it to prevent a total economic collapse. So with that in mind, hopefully we all pull through it just fine. But keep in mind these couple things. Be quick to make changes. Remember, this is not going to be over overnight. This is something that is going to take time, and learn from people that have been there and done this before you. Hope this video helps you and finds you well. Have a fantastic day. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and I will see you on future videos. You have a great day.